So we're going to begin to do a panel line wash, using the Mr. Weathering color that I got from Gundam Planet. I went there to get some paint, and I picked this up also, and I heard some amazing things about it. Now, I could use the valelo wash, but I was told that this one's a little bit better also. I would like to try specific washes and see how it works. I know I'm shaking this up. I'm going to use this panel, which was the part that covers the battery pack, as a test. It's already been painted and all that stuff, and looks pretty good, but obviously it'll look even better with a wash. So I'm going to use a little brush. I was trying to look for a video online, and I did find a guy who did exactly what I'm about to do right now. So hopefully, if you guys tell me I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Now this is basically an oil-based enamel wash. So considering that I already painted this lacquer-based paint, enamel can be easily wiped off with an enamel solvent. There is a solvent remover for this brand, for this type, but I never picked it up and I did not know it existed. But I have an enamel thinner that I'm going to try in a few moments. We're just going to try specific parts, like half of it. I want to make sure I get into the nooks and crannies of this part. There we go. I think that's pretty much it. I'll just wipe this, cover the cap. Now I'm going to use a napkin. I don't have any. I should buy some lint-free cloths to allow me to do this. But I've seen somebody use tissue paper as well, so let's see how this comes out. There we go. Alright. This looks pretty good. This looks really good. I like it. Granted, there's some parts here that I missed over here. But still, the overall effect is the same. I'm going to play a little bit here just in case, and I'll repass it in a few moments. But I'm going to continue on with this, and I'll begin working on the main part of the ship, see how that comes out. So I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing right here. Well, after all this work that I've put into, after a lot of experimentating, a lot of detailing and whatnot, I want to show off what this kit finally, I think, looks like to my interpretation of the Millennium Falcon. This is, of course, the original Revell whatever kit, whatever 1/60th scale kit or whatever it was from the Force Awakens movie that I made last year. And here's the 1/44 scale Millennium Falcon. Painted, detailed, panel lined, and for the first time, weathered. Let me remove the camcorder from the base so we can take a very, very close look at this. See what I've done. Getting the right amount of, I guess, weathering and texture was a real challenge for me. Especially the actual part where you have to wipe it off and all that stuff, using, of course, the Mr. Weathering black that I got from Gundam Planet. Trying to get the right amount of texture, look to it was a bit of a chore. I sometimes I thought I was doing it right, and then sometimes I'm saying, what the hell am I doing? And maybe I need to redo it again. But it's very, very difficult to do something like this at this, well, not at this scale. The scale is fine, a good scale that is, but look at the amount of detail that I was able to try to get out, and I couldn't tell whether it should be white or maybe a different type of color tones for the tubing and the piping. I mean, the inside came out okay as well. Look at that. And here's the antenna. The color tones of the actual paneling, it came out really nice. I followed exactly what it was in the manual. Of course, I realized that these parts here were supposed to be red, and I didn't do it. So, but I did those red as well, as you could see. I was trying to get this at least weathered up to a point where it's a lot more grimier, but when I try to clean it off, it removes. So I was trying to find a good video on how to use this, and I found one, but I would like to get like a second example. Hopefully what I did in the beginning of this video was a good example. Now this part was the one that I was a bit concerned with, was these, because I've always seen them dirty or grind out or whatever. I was originally planning on metallic painting these and then apply the amount of soot and dirt. As a matter of fact, what you're seeing right here, at first what I did was I used the black primer. Then after I painted it, I used a little black primer again. Then I was using the weathering. Then to give it a little extra dirt, or extra like dirt. How can I say this? Like a exhaust. Yes, that's what I wanted. Exhaust. And this was actually a perfect example. I used jet exhaust from Clad 2 to give it that that streak that I've seen in certain builders out there. These came out okay, and I was removing the masking sole that was still stuck in there using a water-based brush, and whatnot. The inside came out okay. I didn't paint, even though I painted that, it barely won't be noticeable once the light is on. Now I was also doing a little bit of micro detailing using copper. I was putting like copper parts, like painting copper areas here. There's some parts here that I did. There's a section there. If I come around here in this section, I put some copper there and there. I'm going to wait until it dries out a bit, and then I'm going to probably do a little bit of chrome, or maybe aluminum. Maybe aluminum probably a lot more dull. Oh, I have dull aluminum. Yes, I could use that. I probably want to end up doing it the same thing here, but I don't know yet. I really don't know. Now I'm going to flip this over to show off, of course, the landing gears. Now the landing gears is not what I'm going to use to be at the Mosquitocon. This is just for demonstration of the model kit, how it looks like, you know, like this on its deck. As a matter of fact, let's move it around like that in its appropriate position and see how it looks. The landing gears I did not detail. I did not weather because I'm not planning to use it. But I know somebody's going to yell at me. I say I should do it. So this is something that I can remove and do later on. It is not part of the official build where I take it when I take it to Mosquitocon. Now let's move it flipped over here. Let's look under here. So the weathering here and the detailing came out good. I'm going to have to re-spray paint this kit because I spray painted the little sections here, these little holes here. Because if I'm not mistaken, these are the, I guess, the inlets of it, like for its vertical thruster when it wants it to take off. I think I oversaturated it too bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-spray paint that with the off-white, then cover it up with the masking salt. That's actually a very simple, quick, easy fix right there. So don't worry about that. This section came out great as well here and here. I want to detail it up, of course, with some color like the copper and dull aluminum. There's a gun turret. I didn't paint the part here because this is going to be on the stand, so there's no reason for me to do that. And speaking of the stand, let's put this back down here. And let me just put this back here. There we go. I primed it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a texture color and then overall color. So I'm going to try to do a two-tone color with this so I can give it a little bit more of a shadow effect. This is not going to be part, you know, the judges are not going to judge the model kit based on that, but it's still going to be okay. You know, it's still necessary. Now let's flip this over and let's remove these parts. Put them to the side. Oops. That needs to be glued anyway. Okay. And then we just remove this. It's simple right there. See? And then I put everything to the side because I don't want to lose anything. There we go. Now I gotta remember which one is which. Okay, there's a little notch there, so you'll always remember which one. Yeah, that one goes over here. Yeah, I'm impressed with how this part came out, the bottom part. I put like scorching and scar marks here, like here if the if the blaster is firing in that direction. Let's leave that there. Come on, get in there. And then that one goes here. And we're missing parts. We're missing something. Where are you? I'll find it in a minute. I have to admit, I really like this. I really can't wait to use this on all my Gundam model kits that I make this year. Definitely. I highly recommend you guys get it. Get your hands on it, make a mistake, learn from it, and then do something amazing with it, because this is actually really good. Alright, so this is the last part. Let's put it on here. Now, I'm gonna, like I repeated in the last video, there is a light source that you can purchase. Now, the original one that came with this that you could only get in Japan was a light source that only gives you 2 lights. So you can either A, put 2 light sources in the back, or B, put 1 light source here that represents the open door and then the light here, or C, put 1 here and then 1 here. The problem is, though, you only going to get 1 light, because the final result, oh, that's right, we need to remove this, so this is also a bit of a chore, but you know, once you turn this on, put that there, that's what it looks like. So yeah, this is really nice. And oh yeah, I almost forgot, I might as well do this, because once I finish painting this, okay, come on, open up, thank you. Put that there at an angle. I want to make sure that the model is in this pose, so that way when the judges look at it, they're looking from the top and the bottom. I may have to get myself a new turntable, because my last turntable, the red one that I used during my reviews and all that stuff, broke and I got rid of it. So I may want to buy another turntable. I may have to end up going to Gundam Planet again. So let me explain to you the fact that even though this kit looks amazing and looks like it's done, it is not done. Not by a long shot. I still need to finish up the figures, which I haven't done yet, so because I was too busy concentrating on this. This one is going to be hand painted, so it's going to take time. Plus, I think I'm missing a color, so I have to look. I may have to end up going to a hobby store and picking it up. So that's 1. 2. There are decals on this kit, lots of it, and I'm not talking about these red ones. I'm talking about the smaller ones. These. I have to figure out which one is it which. There's no reason for me to put these on because I've already weathered it. So to put this on top of a weathered part doesn't make any sense. I may have to end up wiping it off and then put it on, then weather it, and you know that's not going to happen. That's not going to fly with me. So then those are the decals that needs to be put on top and on the bottom. I need this one is done, as you can remember, the canopy right here. So I'm going to pop this open to put the figures in once they're painted, and I need to at least illuminate the paint. Right now it's black. I may have to use something lighter, like a light gray, maybe the same light gray as this, or maybe an intermediate, something that will shine, that will show through the light. Because right now that's too dark. Even though the figures are more colorful, you know, like here we go. Let's show this. Like, you see, I don't know. I don't think it'll show through with that. But nevertheless, I think this came out pretty damn good, and I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you think? Tell me. Give me your criticisms. Give me your whatever. Just tell me what you think. On a final note, here is what the 1/44th scale Millennium Falcon from the Force Awakens looks like with my 1/44 scale Barbados from the Iron Blood Orphans animated series. Pretty damn good. Pretty big also. Yeah, it's to scale. It is to scale. You would think that maybe Bandai will start releasing 1/44 scale figures, but for, you know, the current high grade kits that they release. But I guess, you know, that's one part of the mold they don't feel like doing. But for something like this, something that for the first time making a Millennium Falcon from Bandai, I have to say I'm kind of proud of what I did. I know it needs a little bit more work, a little bit more, because once it's ready, I will bring it to Mosquitocon. And for those of you guys that are going there, I hope you guys like it. I hope you see it. I hope you enjoy it. And I can't wait to see everyone else's Star Wars figures or vehicles that they've created, that they made, and if they're bringing it to Comic-Con. Excuse me, Comic-Con, Mosquitocon. I can't wait to see them as well, because you know, hopefully I inspire you guys to do even far better than what I'm doing right now. It's not done yet. It needs a little bit more work. I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to move on to another build, which I'm already started, but I want to show this off first, and I hope you guys appreciate what I've done. Who knows? You know, who knows? I hope it turns out well. Well, whatever. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more Force Builder videos coming soon. You guys all have a great night.